Join, let us once more, one more day, respected friends, as one more day is given as a gift to us by the Lord. Ensure the Vairagi in us, ensure the Loka Sevaka Bhava Yukta Vyaktitva in us, ensure the one who knows the glory, therefore loves to work for the Sanatana Dharma in us, ensure the Shishya in us, ensure the Bhakta in us, ensure the Mumukshu in us, ensure the Jignasu in us, and to be informed about all this continuously, ensure the Shrota in us. All put together is the Sadhaka in us. The Sadhaka has to be full of that inner created Utsaha, Prerana, inspiration, and outside is dynamically doing all these sadhanas. Such we beautiful Vyaktitva, adding daily to all these layers, invoke the grace also of the Parabrahma may he reveal to us, of Ishvara, the Narayana may he remove the curtain of all devatas. We need to salute them to empower us of all the Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara to continue in spite of us, guiding us. And then Shruti Mata, no other support to us than her. She is only one, the mother, the Jagan Mata, continuously opens up and provides the required data, required inspiration to us. Welcome, friends. The great Shastra, Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam, we are taken up for study. It is really a great venture and adventure, as we saw in Indian Shastras also, how many number of times we have to study even to register the data. Then how many times we have to do the homework for the understanding what is said. Then how much chintana we have to do to be convinced about it. Then how many planning, sacrifices, hardships we have to go through to do actually the sadhana. And that has to be maintained. Smooth is not the path, full of variety of rubbles, stones, thorns, ups and downs, and twists and turns, endowed with so many risks and dangers. So what? We have our all these five with us: the Brahmadeva, Brahma Tattva, the Paramatma, the Devatas, Gurus, and Shastra, and we have our own strong willpower. All the required energy, powers, we may not know right now, but whatever required, whenever, they definitely will be supplied to us from all these five sources, because we are committed, because we are walking the path. Interesting point is, there may be stoppage en route, there may be distraction here and there may be mistakes that can be done en route, but there is no total elimination or death of the sadhaka. That's the most beautiful thing in our spirituality. Thing is, if I stop my sadhana now, for 10,000 lives I can stop. Again I can start. That openness is there. But why waste those 10,000 lives in suffering so many ways? So right away, with commitment, let us start. Subject under discussion is Vairagya Prakaranam. In that also, Chitta Dauratmya Varnanam. How our Chitta, the Antakarana, the subtle stuff, the Vrittivala, with its various movements, natures of illogic, and for no reason, from no reason, goes on imagining, projecting, and binds us that great subject we have started to study. And this is the main thing to be understood. So, further, when the gurus take over the mic to guide. At that time also these topics hundreds of times come till we do the whole text of this Bhakti Hazar Shloka. In our last 16 chapters, average of 30, 500 slokas we might have seen around that. So we have 31,500 more to study. So what's the worry? Let us enjoy seeing it. Today we'll try to see the last 6, 7 slokas that are there in this Solahava Adhyaya. Whether it is Morning Upanishad or Yoga Darshanam, another Upanishad, Gita, this text of Yoga Vaashishtha and the Shivananda Lahari. It is a repeated study and our attempt to sadhana alone helps us. Let us not forget it. And luckily, nobody troubles us unless we invite them, and unfortunately, nobody can help us unless we ask. But any number of helps come, they come only up to the level of suggesting us or guiding us. Actually, taking that sadhana and doing it by my own self, like Guru will teach us what is the need of japa, how to do japa, which mantra to be taken for japa, what cares have taken, what time japa done is better. See, n number of details Guru can give, but who should know all these details and do the japa? Guru will not do for us. So, too, he can tell us about the upasanas. Why upasana? How upasana? What are the steps? What are the dravyas? What can be the mistakes that can happen? How to avoid them? Which devata to choose? Everything he'll guide. But that guru or that devata will not do upasana. हमें करना होता है. So too, how the chitta ties us down, binds us down, uh, in so many ways. All of that. Rama will give an idea for us. But it is we who have to recognize all those happening in us and start avoiding them. Start doing the opposite positive things of them. Then only the Shanta Chitta, Shuddha Chitta, Ekagrata Chitta, Samsara withdrawn Chitta, Samasya Rahita Chitta will be there. This Chitta, when employed for seriously for study of the Shastra, Atmajnana, and really trying for that meditation, it will help us in nearing to that. We have to please be very careful about this aspect of Chitta Adhyanam. Let us see. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ आपदामुपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम्. ॐ यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधानीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादभिमतः स्वर्गोऽपि कारागृहम् यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् शिश्रुक्षुर्जगतो तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटालङ्कार चिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघम् भूयो नमस्याम्यहं श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगत् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षि नमः। श्री विश्वामित्र महर्षि नमः। श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि नमः। श्री वामदेव महर्षि नमः। श्री भरद्वाज महर्षि नमः। श्री वेदव्यास महर्षि नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शन अनुग्रह तस्मिन् उक्त साधनानाम् अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरायाः समस्त भक्ति योग वेदांत ज्ञानादि मोक्ष मार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्धि द्वारा विश्वशांति कल्याणार्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सर्वेषां बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा प्रेरणोत्साह प्राप्ति समस्त पूर्ण आयुर आरोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य आदि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधन प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् श्री शिव कृष्ण समस्त मंदिराणां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु सदा सर्वदा भगवदुपासना पूजा यज्ञयागादि सत्संगादि शास्त्र अध्ययनादि द्वारा विश्वे धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रचार द्वारा विश्व शुद्ध्यर्थम एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम अनेक शास्त्राणां पारायण अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायण अध्ययनं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे साधनामपि करिष्यामहे। ओम अतः श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रियायस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरायस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे अवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। Friends, Shastra Adhyanam, while listening from the Guru, not gives us data and gives us the initiation to think and gives us the way to think. Okay, it is we, therefore, knowing the data which is spread out in front of us in the form of the world, from this data only, we have to initiate and start learning the art of thinking. The thinking is right thinking. Out of many, many ways of thinking, one most profound, useful thinking is about the Nitya, Anitya, Satya, Asatya, Bandha, Moksha, Rupa. In this thinking only, the wisdom dawns in us. The layers of ignorance, layers of delusion, so very thick and strong in us, they will get away. They'll go away. Then, in the right understanding, for a right purpose, in a right way, we live our life. So, Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan's thinking, we are borrowing from him, and nothing wrong when we borrow the knowledge, because knowledge doesn't belong to anyone. It is a truth, it is reality. Whoever seeks it, they can get it. Source can be anyone. How does it matter whatever is the source? As long as it is correct, authentic knowledge. We need not have such biasnesses, inhibitions, etc. And what's more, it is Rama himself, then why not receive from him? So the Chitta Dauratmya Sri Rama is discussing. Yesterday we have seen the shloka number 19. It was said that Patalat Gachata Prithvim Prithvyaha Patala Gamina Kupakashtam Kudam Neva Veshtitosmi Kuchetasa. So that water bringing vessel tied to a rope left in the kuwa, the well, and pulled up. When it is pulled, it comes onto the earth, pours the water here. Then when it is dropped, it goes into the down deep called as patala. तो नीचे जा रहा है ऊपर आ रहा है नीचे जा रहा है ऊपर आ रहा है that particular water removing wooden vessel. In the same way, I am with my chitta alone going into the patala type of lower lokas or shariras of Pashubakshadi, even to Narakadi, and I myself am going to the Uparka loka like that of this Vargadi. Who is the one who is pushing me up and down is by this Kuchetaha. So sometimes in some lives it makes me do lot of good and punya, and the result of that is higher and greater worlds or here itself good positions, names and fames and respects and money and powers. Chetas made me do punya, therefore I am in that urdhva. Same chitta sometime again gets succumbed to some or the other misguidances or imaginations of its own, keeps on doing knowingly, unknowingly, inadvertently, forcefully, under some compulsion, obligation, lot of other papa, and then dushkarma, adharma, and that only becomes so miserable, loses all money, etc., loses all respect, reverence in this world, even go to the narakadi lokas. So therefore, identifying with the chitta and chitta vrittis, going on doing karma according to its own promptings, we go into the one to the higher body, upper or lower. This is how Janma Varana Chakra is caused by the chitta. That's called samsara. So patalat gachata prithvim prutyaha patala gamina kupakashtam kudamna iva chetasa kuchetasa veshtitosmi. So this chitta is not able to understand once for all what is that achieving which these temptations to achieve the limited things for which sometimes good is done, sometimes bad done, and the consequence of that is we are forced upon, compelled upon. That chitta is not able to find. Hey Guru, guide us. This is how we have to request from Vaishishtha Vishwamitra Rishis to tell us. Now, next one, third BS Shloka. मिथ्यैव स्पाररूपेण निचा विचाराद्विषरारुण बालो वेताళकेनेव गृहीतोऽस्मि कुचेतसा. Another very important analysis, observation, understanding. Very funny. Every sloka has one or the other example to give. Some of them are very, very, perfect, difficult to digest or accept, but perfect. One of them is this one. कि बालो वेतालक इन वेतालकेन इव. Sometimes the children are possessed by some power. वेताल बोलते हैं उनको. And after that child will be shivering, or he'll have lot of fever, all the tears will come out of his eyes, or he will become angry, cranky, or he'll be frightened, or he will behave in a vichitra manner. Most of it you see in some of those chitra vichitra places are there in all religions. Hinduism maybe hai, the other two fellows though, they encash that only, whether children or youngsters or women or oldies. as if possessed by something, they present themselves there. Then हमारे हिंदुइज्म में तो उनको ये नीम पत्ते के झाड़ पेड़ से डाली से दे दनादन मारते हैं जब तक वो वेताड़ छोड़ता नहीं. और put the kumkuma or the mangala arati is done. And then that fellow who is possessed by that Vetala, he will roll on the ground, he will jump up above, he will shout, he will fall down, he will climb the tree, he will break the things at home. और बाप रे, आपने देखा होगा कुछ कोई ऐसी जगह है वेयर पीपल गेट असेंबल्ड, कोई ऐसे कोई शक्ति वाले महात्मा है तो उनके पास जाते हैं लोग, अपना रिक्वेस्ट लेते हैं इनको बचाओ कर. इनफैक्ट बालो वेताला केन इव गृहीतः. So bala, generally children tender minds they are, even middle old also ये होता है. When we don't have devotion and all to God, when we are very impure, because of which weaknesses are there in our heart, such things possess. But when they possess, what that Vetala says, that only we say. What he makes us do, that only happens through us, we lose our independence. Now the child caught by Vetala, that's the example. In the same way, I am caught by the Vetala called as Chitta. Because of this, what is happening? Mithya eva spara rupena vichara dvishararuna. So mithya eva means futile only. Then spara rupena, that which is unreal, which is imaginary, which is never possible, of that only continuously I am going on thinking, projecting some goals, then some means also I am projecting and trying to work through those means to achieve. And not having freedom to see what is reality because possessed by this Vetala called as Chitta. So, you know that the whole life of ours, life is only as we know, making friends, making money, becoming famous in this world, thus getting sukha bhoga from the outer world of things and beings. These are all called mithya and spararupa. Mithya means they are unreal, they are only imaginary, projected. As Pararupa means what? They are so tentative, temporary, they are existing there only because we think. The Mithya of the things here is what? Even though we may get that expected or said money, even though we get that expected power or name and fame, still it doesn't give us what we want. That's the meaning of Mithyatva here. And held by that chitta. I know we are never pausing to say that I am the drashta, the chitta is drishya. Chitta inherently has the power of imagination projection. Support it gets from the outer world, from the sense organs, from the vasanas inside. Therefore, it is doing so many of kalpanas out of the moha and so many of the plannings it is doing. And with that manorajya, all the time it is in worry and tension and anxiety. Isn't it? किसी को दोस्त बनाने निकले, you try all your best and that fellow never becomes दोस्त. And दोस्त दोस्त ना रहा, प्यार प्यार ना रहा, जिंदगी में तेरा एतबार ना रहा. In other cases, you don't want anyone, but the people are around you, they try to make you the दोस्त. मुझे तुमसे कुछ भी ना चाहिए, मुझे मेरे हाल पे छोड़ दो. This type of cry. Are you understanding? The chitta is a Vetala. We are possessed by it. We are not able to remain detached from it as the pure conscious self. Oh, whatever chitta imagines things, to that we are identifying and we are behaving like that. चित्त में काम विकार आया, I become कामी. क्रोध विकार आया, I become क्रोधी. प्रेम आया, I become प्रेमी. आसक्ति आ गया, मैं become आसक्ति. द्वेष हो गया, I become द्वेषा. संकल्प हो गया, बस उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए वीरान. This is called as possessed by the Vetala, making us do what it wants. And Mithya only. Other than exhaustion, other than the tiredness, other than disappointments, other than creating vasanas about it, again repeatedly making those thoughts appear, कुछ भी इससे कोई फायदा नहीं है, इसलिए मिथ्या कहते हैं उसको. Nobody in this world dancing to the tunes of the chitta have proved to be happy, have reported to be saying that they got the happiness and fulfillment. Look at that example of the Vetala possessing the Balaka, how fit it is. In our life so far of whatever number of years we lived hundreds and thousands of things we have done. Every one of them are done, whether it's success or failure, or they are all not, or they are not because of the mana sankalpa, chitta sankalpa only. And how many times we remain as sakshi, or at least use the intellect to inquire कि इससे जो हम चाहते हैं am I going to get it or is it going to be another futile attempt, therefore let me not do. कभी भी हमने ऐसा सोचा ही नहीं. एनी थॉट कम्स गुस्सा वाला एंग्री हो गए, अटैचमेंट वाला अटैच हो गए, और टू एक्सप्रेस अटैचमेंट यू फील लाइक गिविंग गिफ्ट्स अगली, ये मेरा प्रेम पत्र पढ़कर तुम नाराज ना होना, यू राइट, व्हाट नॉनसेंस, कंटिन्यूअसली वी डिड दैट ओनली. चित्त से चाय पी लो गए पिए, चित्त से खाओ खाए, चित्त से टीवी देखो देखे, चित्त से थक गए थक गए, चित्त से सो जा, चित्त से चलो घूमने चलते, आवारा हूँ गर्दिश में आसमां तारा, वही निकल. ऑल हिंदी सिनेमा गाना टुडे. वेताल है वो चित्त, वो चित्त टेल्स कम टू द क्लास, यू कम. अरे थोड़ा सोचो. देखो अदर्स हाउ इंटेलिजेंटली दे एस्केप. आप लोगों को आता ही नहीं एस्केप करना. चित्त ने बोल दिया क्लास में आ गए. So, in this way, we have just possessed by the Chitta Vedana. I liked this one more than anything. Pause नहीं कर रहे हैं अपन. Not finding that we are only the Sakshi for it. And then by identifying the Chittas Aneka Aneka Vritti, as a Jiva, we become Karta Bhokta Dukhi Samsari. We are not able to grasp it. Oh, you and I were listening to Shastra from such good amount of time. And what to talk about the others who are not at all informed about it. Isn't it? क्या है उनका भाई हालत तो. हम्म. मिथ्यैव स्पाररूपेण विचाराद्विषरारुण बालो वेताళकेनेव गृहीते तोस्मि कुचेतसा. Kuchetas means Chetas itself is Kuchetas, but in that Chitta also, when there are Sattva-guni vrittis about moksha, about Paramatma, then that will help. Even though the Chitta vrittis of Sattva-guna, Chitta vrittis of Paramatma is not Paramatma Prapti. Paramatma is an Anubhuti. Yet, the Sattva-guna helps. Other than that, the Chitta vrittis of worldliness are really binding us. Therefore, here Kucheta means that aspect of Chitta. As we studied in Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, the Pancha Akrishta vrittis are very good. They help us in sadhana. But the Klesha Yukta vrittis, Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dveja, Abhinivesha, they destroy us. That Chitta with all those Pancha Kleshas is equal to Kuchetaha, as it is said here. गृहीतोस्मि वेताड़केनेव. अब देखो दैट मंत्र पढ़कर अलग अलग कोई मंत्र वाले, कोई ब्राह्मण, कोई योगी, कोई सिद्ध पुरुष ही इस वेताड़ को भगा सकता है. एंड द पर्सन बॉय बिकम्स नॉर्मल. इन द सेम वे Guru Upadesha, when deeply enters into our heart, then we understand the chitta as an object. Then we become careful in both the things. What thoughts to be entered in chitta and where we have to identify or not identify. There's nowhere chitta we need to identify with it. Remain as a sakshi, use the chitta as instrument, use it for only sattva karma as seva to the world and upasana. Other than that, transcend chitta, be in the chitta, the conscious self. Powerful shloka it is. Balo Vetalakyeneva Gruhitosmi Kuchetasa. Gruhita means I am held by, I am possessed by. This Kucheta, Bhagavan Rama. Okay, in the same way, another shloka. These few shlokas, many times we quote, especially the 24th shloka. in our morning evening classes. It's still at least 5 6 times we might have quoted in some or the other prasanga. Before that, the first one is very good. Varnerushnataraha Shailat Api Kashtatara Kramaha Vajradapi Drudho Brahman Durnigraha Manograha. Varnerushnataraha Shailat Api Kashtatara Kramaha Vajravidrudho Brahman Durnigraha Manograha. Three examples are given here. And what Arjuna said, Chanchalam himana Krishna Pramati Balavat Dudam Tasya Aham Nigraham Manye Vayo Iva Sudushkaram. Mana is so chanchala to nigraha, do control of it is as impossible as controlling the winds. Here in the next 3 4 shlokas, same way 3 4 5 examples are given. Here first shloka gives 3 examples. First is what? Vahnehe Ushnataraha. This chitta is more scorching, heating up, burning than that of the fire. Isn't it? There are two things. One is blazing fire or a very hot vessel. No, that hot vessel, you can't even imagine to hold it. It will burn our hands. Some instruments you can hold on. To hold that sometimes, है ना, दूध का पतीला नीचे गिराना है तो चिमटा पटका कुछ पकड़ ले सकते, you have something to hold. But this chitta is so hot, fiery, burning with tapa that you can't even try to touch it only, it burns us only. And it is blazing fire with so many of the vrittis. Therefore, the last line is what? Manograha durnigraha. This mana rupi graha, this instrument, durnigraha, it cannot be controlled. A good example of continuously we see every 2 3 months one part or the other world where the huge forest fire has caught. इस देश में उस देश में 20,000 हेक्टेयर में जंगल जल रहा है, खेती जल रहा है, गांव जल रहा है. Hey, what can you do other than waiting for rain god to come or quieten it? That is the meaning of कि वह्नेहे उष्णतरः, more hotter than the hottest fire that you can't go even near to it. Forget about quietening that fire and its effect of burning. पकड़ो जला देता है वो चित्त, उसके पास जाओ, immediately it succumbs us, है ना. Sometimes you can see this happened 10 days when back, that बेचारा फायर इंजन वाला उस अग्नि को बुझाने गया, वो खुद ही उसमें गिर गया बेचारा. He himself succumbed. It was very painful to see. Sea divers, to save somebody, they go, they themselves get drowned only. Danger. Here also, if I try to catch that chitta, which is more hotter than the fire, it burns me only. So, Vahnehe Ushnataraha, one example. Hot temperature, temper wala. This is Rajoguna ka lakshan, you can say. Second, Shailadapi Kashtatara Kramaha. Kramana means climbing and crossing. This chitta is Kashtataraha. Shaila Adapi. Shaila means Shila. Shila is mountain. We are in plains. We don't know much, but those who stay in the Pahadi Ilaka, they know. Sometime to go to the other par, Parabat ke us par, Jhumuti Cham Cham, you have to climb that mountain. How steep it is. Then again you cut down. Very slippery it is. पहाड़ों में रहने वालों का जिंदगी बहुत कठिन होता है, especially when that landslides happen, rains heavy are there, they have to cross from one to the other. तो कष्ट तरह पहाड़ चढ़ना. The mountaineers, the other day, see how many days back, just 15 days back only, that big avalanche, whatever you call as, broken, and so many bechare foreign tourists were there inside it. हिमाचल में कहीं हुआ था. Any snow-clad mountains, without snow wale steep mountains, how kashta it is to climb that mountain and go other. बाप रे, after certain age, let us say 40, 45, वो कोशिश ही नहीं करना. Because every 2, 3 steps there is difference and deficiency in the oxygen levels there. It's not easy. Oh, these army people, how do they stand that minus 30, 40 degrees temperature? Same time the पहाड़ी इलाका है ना. कुछ कन्वीनियंसेस बना रहे होंगे गवर्नमेंट, बट कष्टतरः लाइक क्लाइंबिंग माउंटेन कि शैलादपि कष्टतर क्रमः है ना. यू कैन नॉट माउंट दिस बिगर मैन माउंटेन वाला चित्त. सो हियर द अग्नि एंड देन पहाड़ का वो एग्जाम्पल में, अग्नि को टच करो तो जली जाएंगे, पहाड़ चढ़ने के टाइम फिसल जाएंगे, खिसक जाएंगे, मर जाएंगे. इधर आउटसाइड सम चट्टान गिरेगा हेड पे और खुद ही वी में स्लिप आउट, और इनसाइड द स्ट्रेंथ स्टैमिना इज नॉट देयर. कभी कभी होता है ना पहाड़ी वाले में, you can't go further because energy is not there. Up from the starting point also, so much distance we came, we can't even go back. How many times it happens? This is the meaning of कष्टतर क्रमः शैलात अपि. पहाड़ चढ़ने से भी कष्टतर है. क्रम मीन्स क्रॉसिंग दिस चित्त, in going beyond the chitta to recognize the self, quietening the fiery thoughts of the chitta and remaining peaceful within. These two examples are meant to say this. चित्त को अग्नि से कंपेयर करना is Agni type of vritti is continuously coming and we by identifying with them getting burned only. The here example is we try to go beyond the chitta vritti to recognize the self. It is like a pahad only. We try, we फिसल ही जाते हैं. To some distance we go, fall. Is it not our everyday's experience? We are every day doing our sadhanas to control chitta only, to go beyond chitta only, to quieten, to purify with our upasanas, यज्ञ, जप, जो भी आप लोग साधनाएं हम कर रहे हैं, ये सब चित्त का ही. बट हुआ क्या? इंच भी नहीं हुआ. This is what Rama is saying. शैलादपि कष्टतर क्रमः हो गया. थर्ड वन इज वज्रादपि दृढ़ः. Okay, you want to break it and go through it, it is more stronger than the Vajra, the diamond, or the Vajrayuda of the Indra. With that Vajrayuda of Indra, everything is broken, but that is not broken. So too the diamond said to be the hardest element that is available. So too you cannot break it and go. So the पहाड़ चढ़ के उतरने वाला, you can compare it with sattva guna. The fiery thing you can compare with the rajo guna, and this one is breaking open is the tamo guna. ब्रेक करके तमो गुण को कोशिश करो जीतने का चित्त को. तमो गुण ऑफ नॉन थिंकिंग, रॉन्ग थिंकिंग, tamoguna of drowsiness, tamoguna of not even registering what is spoken in the class, forget about literal meaning catching. If the literal meaning itself is not caught, what is indicated through them, where will we understand? Unless the indicated thing is known, how do we compare that knowledge given with what we are living? Then only we will know what we are living or doing is wrong. This is what we have to change and mold ourselves to. This thought will come. That effort to change ourselves is called sadhana. So it is more hot and burning than the fire. It is more hard to climb than the mountain. It is more hard and tough to break than the tough Vajra. Vajradapi Drudaha Brahman. Ye Brahman, ye Guru, ye Rishi. Durnigraha Manograha. This mind named Graha, that crocodile or the possessed thing, whatever, it is Durnigraham. By no means we can do the Nigraha. तो पहाड़ चढ़ने का उतरने का कठिनता है, अग्नि को पूरा बुझाने वाली कठिनता है, वज्र को तोड़ने वाला कठिन. Here the point of कठिनता, point of impossibility, point of definitely failing is what is indicated through these three examples. So little mountain climbed, after that we can't. If we try, we die. So too we try to quieten the mind, to some extent we do. After that we succumb only. We have to be identified with Tamo Raja Guna. So to the fire, you try to quench, you only get burnt. So to try to attack the mind, it will just suck us and possess us. सेम वे वज्र, अब कहाँ टूटेगा वो, किससे तोड़ोगे वो खुद ही टूट जाता है. Isn't it? Every sadhana we try to do quiet at the mind, that sadhana itself gets broken. Because after some time we say यार मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है ना, कुल्हाड़ी से पत्थर को तोड़ रहा हो तो पत्थर नहीं टूटेगा, कुल्हाड़ी टूटेगा. So too, this Vajra type strong is this chitta. Try to break it open. The instrument with which you're trying to break it, the knowledge, the sadhana, they get broken. Like we come to class for some days. Try to break open that chitta to understand by our sincere attempts. होता नहीं हुआ देखो होगा नहीं. स्वामी आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड वेदांत आई कांट शास्त्र. अब मैं छुट्टी लिया, अब गए लोग बस. हम नहीं गए हो गए, इतने फर्क है, बात उतना. Still it is tough to get that breakthrough through the chittam. This is what 3 examples. Next one. Hmm. चेतः पतति कार्येषु विहगः स्वामिषेष्विव क्षणेन विरतिं याति बालः क्रीडनकादिव. Another example. So चेतः patati karyeshu. 2 examples for 2 thoughts here. Vihagah swa amisheshu iva. The bird is flying high. ना कोई भी कल्चर हो, कवा हो, उसने अपना जो प्रे खाना देखा. अमीशा, अमीशा मीन्स सम फ्लेश, मरा हुआ कोई जानवर. हाउ फ्रॉम सच ए हाइट that hawk or that any of the bird, non-veg eating bird, कितना ऊपर से दन 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 नीचे आकर उस मरा हुआ उस कलेवर पे गिरता है कि नहीं. That example is given here. Chetaha, our chitta also, patati, from whatever the lofty heights, falls down whenever it is karya. Karya means the karana are the Panchamahabhutas, the karya are all the Vishayas, Bhoga Vishayas of Shabda Sparsha Urasagandha made out of this Panchamahabhuta. उसको कार्य कहते हैं. शरीर भी कार्य कहते हैं और पंचमहाभूत से बना बाहर के विषयों को भी कार्य कहते हैं. कर्ण आर that 5 plus 5 indriyas and 4 antakarana. Karya karana sanghata is our entire personality. With identified with it, we the self become jiva. When we detach from them and remain in our own selfhood, we are liberated. Where is jiva? He is there pseudo only when he is identified with upadi. Like where is husband? Only when identified through the wife. Actually, he is nowhere there. The moment the detachment, divorce, where is gone husband? From where he came, he went. Conditional expression, isn't it? In the same way. But the main point here is ka chetah patati karyeshu. The moment from inside either thoughts come or outside from the perceptions, the outer objects are presented, chitta जाकर लपक चिपक जाता है उसमें. Like the birds falling onto the amisha. So amisha means its own food of that flesh or the whatever that dead kalebar of any of the thing. So chetah patati karyeshu vihagah so amisheshu iva. Remember that example. Is it not? Thousands of times per day. How many toward the Vishayas our chitta goes and falls and lands to eat that flesh of gross objects of the world. कहीं शब्द सुनना है, कभी स्पर्श चाहिए, कभी रूप देखना है, कभी रसना का तो एंड ही नहीं होता. Then the gandha, one after the other, always. Here cheta patati karyeshu means chitta always endowed with the bhoga vishayasa. Sankalpa of that, planning to possess that, putting work to possess it, then indulge in it. By the time it's over, other sankalpa comes. Patati karyeshu. Okay, one example, one thought. Second example, second thought is what? Even if chitta, be attentive, has been lifted to a great height through japa, through Vedanta, Shravana, that everything Mithya, Brahman alone is real. Let me realize that Atman, the Brahman, a very good height of understanding, inspiration, the chitta has reached. But Kshanena Viratim Yat. The moment again it sees the karya, here virati is not that vairagya. Virati means from that great sadhanas it is done, lot of commitments it's having, vrata dikshas it is doing. एक सेकंड नहीं लगता इस चित्त को कमजोर होकर हार कर उधर से विरति मतलब उस साधना को छोड़ना. एग्जाम्पल इज व्हाट बालः क्रीडनकात् इव. Isn't it? Children, when they see the krida vastus, they are studying, let us say, and seriously, sincerely studying. When the teacher is teaching in the class or uh, at home, they are studying. Suddenly, the bell ring हुआ 10-20 मिनट खेलने का. How quickly the study subject which he was doing, he leaves it and runs into the ground. We have all gone through it. आज के बच्चों का क्या हाल है नहीं पता. हम तो डेली जो 2 टाइम इंटरवल होता था वो 20-20 मिनट वाला, we used to fondly wait for it. द मोमेंट द घंटी बजी दौड़े निकाले बैट बॉल जो भी है वो 20 मिनट खेले थोड़े फोड़े. बिफोर दैट टीचर वाज टीचिंग दैट फिजिक्स और मैथ्स व्हाटएवर, all of that is forgotten. Or at home he is studying, but suddenly some eatable or plaything comes or the friends call him or thought only comes in him कि बाद में पढ़ता हूँ let me खेलूंगा. From that sublime height as a child falls seeing the Kridanakadi, same also my chitta is Shanena Viratim Yati. It doesn't take even a 1 second also to get detached from the great sadhanas that are done and to fall into the routine of the Vishayas. I am not able to understand or control this chitta of mine. Hey Guru, help me. That is the meaning of Sri Rama putting in front of the Gurus about his chitta. हमारे चित्त के बारे में कह रहे हैं. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya. What a sublime names of divine God, merging in which we can even realize the Paramatma. From that highest peaceful, quiet mood, suddenly Chitta falls to some or other thing, going away from that mood. People, such a regularly you are coming to classes. क्या हुआ सडनली? अब पता नहीं स्वामी जी क्या हो गया. अभी मेरा इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. अब मैं पहले की तरह ताश पत्ते खेलता हूँ, दोस्तों के साथ घूमता हूँ, गप्पे मारता हूँ, बस दिन काट रहा हूँ. Killing the time. You are killed by the time. बाला क्रीडकादिव क्षणेन विरतिं याति. People, certainly you see some of 1 or 2 people, how promising regular they used to come to the classes. विरति में आती क्षणेन बस हो गया कुछ माइंड में बस बंद ही हो गए वो. आई वाज सो सरप्राइज बट आई रियली थैंक एवरी वन ऑफ देम दैट दे आर ओपनिंग my knowledge into wisdom, that you can't trust anything or anybody for any reason, because everything and being is mind and chitta and prarabdha which behaves what time we can never know it. They must stop expecting or running when anything or pain. You stick to what you know as your goal and means. Full stop. I really thank those people. Disillusionment हो गया. Really, the Lord has sent them wherever they are. Jug jug jiye, but my thanks to them. Sometimes we learn the things in a hard way only, bitter way, not a soft, smooth way. And to teach lessons to us only, these things Bhagavan sends. And when we learn, Tali Maja. And nobody is at fault. It is their chitta. And why should we worry? Its worry is our chitta. Why should we succumb to our chitta also? So, 2 examples. One is the bird, high fly, looks at its prey, some fleshed dead animal, गिर जाता है. So to our chitta, just the moment it gets a thought of or the sight of any object, dang, it goes without thinking. Another one, from the good sadhana level, Like the bala goes for the kridana kadi, chitta viratim yati. Suddenly loses interest in. These spiritual pursuits. Is not correct. What Rama is saying is our own autobiography. We have 5 more mantras. One will say. It is sloka number 23. Jada prakrutihi alolah vitata avarta vrittiman manobdhihi ahitavyalah duram nayati tatamam. Tata means father or elderly. Lord, this mind or chitta named ocean taking me away from the safe, secured place of the earth and drowning me only. मनो नामक समुद्र मुझे इस शांतमय जीवन रूपी पृथ्वी से दूर ले जाकर डुबा रही है मुझे अपने आप में. सो मनः अब्धि हे तात माम दूरम नयति. The ocean of mind is taking me far away from myself or far away from the peace, tranquility, happiness or satisfaction, contentment. दूर ले जा रहा है. And what are the 3 or 4 things, the lakshanas of this mano samudra? One is jada prakriti. Be careful, be attentive. Jada prakriti means prakrutya. By nature, the chitta is matter only. Therefore, इसका प्रकृति ही जड़ है. एक अर्थ. दूसरा, जड़ा प्रकृति means that manochitta in which the vrittis are regarding the jada vastus. Like our early morning class introduction. Out of those 10 thoughts, first one was freeing our mind from tamoguna. How? By not allowing it to entertain too many of the जड़ा वस्तुस. याद है 10 बातें जो हमने सुबह सोचा था. सो जड़ा प्रकृति तमोगुण. सेकंड इज आलोल. आलोल इज चंचला हमेशा. आर दी वृत्तिस ऑफ द समुद्र ऑफ द मन. मन अवधि का लक्षण जो मुझे मेरे अपने आप से, अपने आपा से या शांति से दूर खींच के ड्राउन कर रहा है मुझे. ले जाकर. So Jada Prakriti, by nature it is Jada, or in that only Jada Vastu ke vritti. Alola, always in tension, worry, anxiety, disturbance, fears, etc. Third one, Vitata Avarta Vrittiman. Vitata means Vistruta. Avarta, like the whirlpool, Vrittiman, it has the Vrittis. एक ही थॉट को लेकर थॉट फिक्सेशन होकर घूमते रहते हैं उसमें. एंड बेसिकली ओनली टू द अर्थ एंड काम और द whirlwind whirlpool वितता एंड इट इज एंडलेस. द ये लाइफ खत्म हो जाता है लेकिन दिस आवर्त वृत्ति द whirlpool type of our वृत्ति about those bhogas that never ends. And even beyond this life, when we go to other janma, there also these avartas chase us. That is its vitata sthiti means vistruti. That it's vyabhakatva. न दिन न रात न सुबह शाम पूरे टाइम में ये वितत विस्तृत है. न आज न कल न परसों होल लाइफ इट इज विस्तृत है. न इधर न उधर एवरीवेयर इट इज वितता आवर्त वृत्तिमान. वितता मीन्स विस्तृत वाइड स्प्रेड. आवर्त इज whirlpool टाइप ऑफ वृत्तिमान. तो घूमता रहता है भवंडर पानी वाला जो भी कहोगे आप उसको. Isn't it? सुबह होते ही same thoughts of artha kama. Trying to possess them, all efforts. Tired, exhausted. सो गए रात. सुबह उठ के again same. So time wise throughout life that is the vitatata of this avartana rupi vritti. Place wise whichever the place we are placed like our पहाड़ में इधर वगैरह शिवानंद लहरी में हमने पढ़ा ना. So place means on the earth anywhere. Place also means any loka we are put that avarta vritti will not leave us. उसमें घूमते रहे. अर्थ एंड काम मेनली. जड़ प्रकृति ही आलोल वितत आवर्त वृत्तिमान. दैट आवर्त का ना बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल है वो कि वो whirlpool में जब गिरते हैं ना इट इज इम्पॉसिबल फॉर अस टू कम आउट. घुमाते रहता हो. हाँ तैरना जानते हो बट तैरने ही देगा नहीं आपको. सेम वे वी आर कैपेबल ऑफ थिंकिंग बिकॉज दिमाग है. वी आर कैपेबल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिकॉज यू कैन थिंक. वी कैन चेंज द कोर्स ऑफ आवर लाइफ from worldly to samsara. These are the capacities we have. But do you think that whirlpool of artha kama will spare us, will give us a chance? कौन रोक रहा है हमको बाहर से विचार ना करके विवेक वैराग्य से सब त्याग कर भगवान के तरफ जाने के लिए? कौन रोक रहा? हु स्टॉपिंग अस फ्रॉम आउटसाइड इफ नॉट अवर विस्तृत वितत आवर्त वृत्ति about the worldly things. और थोड़ा भोग और एक दिन भोग ये वाला वेराइटी वाला भोग. दिस कॉल्ड आवर्त. नॉट एबल टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट. बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इज अर्ली मॉर्निंग. 3:30 को उठा और आधा घंटा और 20 मिनट और 15 मिनट सोते सोते ही उठ जाते हैं 10 बजे. तब तक क्लास खत्म. अर्ली मॉर्निंग ऑपरेशन. Isn't it? Avarta vritti. Everything is avarta. Vitata avarta. Everything. Happiness with children. This is not of this life. Earlier, 2596 Janama, every life there were children. In every life, we try to be happy with them. We tried. थोड़ा प्लेजर हैप्पीनेस मिला भी, बट खत्म नहीं हुआ, percolated this life. And unless we reach to the highest Vairagya level with Viveka, we are not leaving these vasanas. Again, the next life, same will continue. Without, don't think that the things will end just like that without we put an end to them through our Viveka Vairagya Adi sadhana. The Vairagya is not, I don't want wife or husband or children because of anger or because of frustration. In that saying, I don't want wife or husband or children out of frustration. Actually, thing is, I don't want this wife or this children or this husband because they are not conducive or convenient. बट अच्छे वाले खाना बना के कपड़े इस्त्री करके सेवा करने वाला हस्बैंड मिल गया, हाँ आई वांट, दैट इज नॉट वैराग्य. Understood? Through Viveka, as we have studied in our morning Shvetashvatara, Sambandha Bhashya, Anityatvadi dosha darshanena utpanna iha amutra artha bhoga viraga. Then only the real Vairagya frees us. अभी तो हम कमजोर हो गए, बुढ़े हो गए, हमारे बात कोई सुनता नहीं, इसलिए वी अपियर टू बी बैरागी टेम्पररी. अब अगले जन्म में फिर से जब जवानी आ जाएगी, ताकत आ जाएगा, एवरी अटैचमेंट विल कम. जस्ट लाइक लास्ट लाइफ ऑल्सो, ओल्ड हो गए, एज इफ एवरीथिंग एंडेड इन दिस कंडीशन. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट वितता. वितता मीन्स विस्तृति. Life after life, this gets spread only. This अर्थ कामादि कामना रूपी आवर्त वृत्ति. आवर्त के समान घुमाते रहने वाला वृत्ति. वृत्ति means thoughts. The chitta has got the vrittis like the whirlpool, which are vitata spread across beyond the frontiers of janma, marana, body, this place, that place. Very powerful thought it is. So, Jada Prakriti, Alolaha, Vitata Avarta Vrtiman. Fourth one is Ahita Vyalaha. In this, Manaha Abdi, ocean of mind. Ahita Vyalaha means most dangerous, killing Vyala, serpents are there. And the serpent, whenever you use the word, that are these six only. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya. All are the dangerous. अहित हित नहीं, अहित करने वाले व्याल सर्पेंट है. And then दूरम नयति माम तात. It is taking me far away from the shores of the earth of peace, happiness, contentment, tranquility, etc. No, these are all, we have to picturize them. One help can be remembrance of the Markandeya story in Bhagavatam, 12th skanda. The Pralaya Kala, in the Pralaya Jaladi. You know how he was tossed up and down and all. But Bhakti Tesle, he asked to see that Pralaya before he was not killed or drowned. In the same way, imagine, we are in an ocean which had got the whirlwinds, whirlpool. We are drowned in that, we are pulled away from the shores. The more you try to swim, it is not allowed, and lot of snakes are there, crocodiles are there, binding. And the waters are, what is said here, Jada Prakriti and Alola. Very heavy waters, you can't swim. Alola, big, big tarangas. You can picturize that. Now, instead of that ocean, put the chitta, manaha abdi. अब देखो क्या एक्सरसाइज भगवान राम हमको दे रहे टू कॉन्टेम्पलेट. Jada Prakriti, Alola, Vitata Avarta Vrittiman, and Ahita Vyalaha, this Mana Abdihi, Mam Hetata, Duran Nayati. I am far away taken from me only, my own self, into the drowning effect, into the ocean. Dukkha, Ashanti, uncertainty. क्या जिंदगी जी रहे हम देखो. I tell you now, sometimes when you read this Rama giving a way of thinking, how true, how perfect it is, how meaningless, useless, wretched is the life we are living inside and because of it outside. And covering it with some pseudo smiles here and there, some little pleasures here and there. किसको धोखा देने बाबा अपने आप को ही. Then this is the sloka which I quote generally, याद है इसलिए. अभी अब्धिपानात् महतः सुमेरुन्मूलनादपि अपि वह्नि अशनात् साधो विषमः चित्तनिग्रहः. इस साधु means a guru, sadhu Maharaj, Brahman, Vishwamitra ji, Vaashishtha ji. Chitta nigraha vishamaha. Controlling chitta is as tough and difficult and impossible. Then these three things. Abdipanat mahataha. More tougher, greater than drinking the whole water of the ocean. पूरे समुद्र को पी सकते होंगे. लाइक गंगा जी को अगस्त्य जी ने, जहनु जी ने पी लिया. अगस्त्य जी पूरे कमंडल में, जहनु ऋषि तो पूरे गंगा को ऐसा करके कान से छोड़ा, इसलिए जहनु कन्या. So we may drink the whole oceanic water. More tougher than that is Chitta Nigraha, Vishama hai. Second example, Sumeru Unmulanat. The Sumeru Parvata which is said to be the central hub of the whole Bhugola. As much up it is, almost touching as if the sky or the Sarga, so much down below also it is. Then uprooting that Sumeru Parvat, Unmulan Karna, mool se ukharna. Maybe we'll be able to do, but Chitta Nigraha is more tougher than that. Third is very interesting. Api Vahni Ashanat. Huge forest fire like Lord Krishna. We may consume, we may drink, and we may still alive, we may digest it. But more tougher than that is Chitta Nigraha. But still, without Chitta Nigraha, Shanti Sukha will not come. And these impossibilities of three examples, we only made because of never trying for it. If we start trying it from now onwards, these statements will not make after 7, 8, 9, 10 lives. It will be that impossible word is removed by can be possible, wala, replaced by. Then we go on following the yoga sadhana, the bhakti sadhana, karma yoga, jnana sadhana. We, with attacking from all these four weapons, we can do the chitta nigraha. But without effort, the situation is like that now. Abhyabdipanat mahataha sumerunmulanadavi abhivahni ashanat sadho vishamaha chitta nigraha. क्या करो, पागल हो गया मैं. As you told yesterday before, to escape this uncontrollable chitta only, people go for pill, pillow and pillow into the world. Can't face their chitta. चंचलमी मन कृष्ण प्रमाति बलवदृढ़ तस्याहम निग्रह मन्ये वायोरिव. Bhagavan himself accepts asamshayam mahabaho manah durnigraham and chalam. But abhyasena to vairagyena chalam. अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्याम तन्निरोधः योगः चित्त वृत्ति निरोधः. Then vritti rahita chitta is तस्य प्रशांत वाहिता निरोधात् चित्तस्य. Listen, careful. We have एक दो तीन श्लोक थोड़ा बड़ा है वो. We start it. It will take half an hour. So tomorrow we will do it if time permits. The whole chapter also we will chant Satrahava Vala. But whatever you are listening, just give a thought in homework also, and then take it as a challenge to quieten and rise above the chitta to recognize the truth, the self, the reality. Let it take its time. लगे रहेंगे. हाँ, इस जन्म में नामुमकिन होगा, लेकिन करते जाए तो एक जन्म में हो जाएगा. This is what we made. Like because of so many lives of immaturity of how to take care of children, in this life we spoil them so much. It was not one life's bewakufi. For so many lives we get trained, सेल्फ ट्रेनिंग. अब इस जन्म में इतना बिगाड़ेंगे उस बच्चों को तो हर एक चीज का आदती हो जाएगा. देन वी कांट टॉलरेट दैट फेलो. वी कांट डाई, वी कांट लीव देम, वी कांट किल देम, वी कांट लीव आवर सेल्स. होता है कि नहीं? कुछ कुछ लोगों के घर में ऐसे हैं शैतान बच्चे. किसी घर में वाइफ इज लाइक दैट, हस्बैंड इज लाइक दैट, पेरेंट्स आल्सो समटाइम लाइक शैतान राक्षस with all negative habits. It is not that in one life suddenly I got this type of people. In my murkhata, for so many lives, whatever nonsense I did, I deserved this one. This is at a gross level I am talking. So too, for millions of lives, Chitta is not given proper guidance, direction, training. Now it is behaving like this. We are diagnosing it. The solutions the gurus will tell. पूरा योग वाशिष्ठ बाकी 31,500 श्लोक will be rotating about these subjects only. Vasana kshaya, manonasha, then going beyond the chitta, recognizing the self. सुनते रहना, सुनते रहना और घबराना नहीं. We just know how difficult it is. You know, like putting our army, equivalent to China in all those 2,300 kilometers of India-China border is impossible task. But then going on putting efforts. Every year, budget allocation in between also, in connection with all countries which create the weaponry and all. दोस्ती बनाओ उनसे. No, the yesterday's sentence, if at all the India-China war happens, what is that country? France या कोई? उसने कहा हम आपका साथ देंगे. यूएस ने किसी को कहा अणु बम डाल देंगे हम चाइना में. We will use our atom bombs if at all war comes in attacking China. कल का news. So our government is in continuous impossible task है वो. चाइना क्या ना पूरा उनका मिलिट्री क्या होता है वेरी कम्युनिस्ट नॉन स्पिरिचुअल डिक्टेटर ओरिएंटेड वाला है. सो उनका चलता है. हमारा ऐसा होता नहीं ना देश में. थोड़ा बार प्रधानमंत्री इतना सा कुछ थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हुआ, all the good done by him forgotten, the whole Prathipaksha will be ready to pull him down, putting the nation, entire nation in the chaos. So how we'll have to be careful. Today I was observing his lecture in Andhra, in Telangana, sorry. What was he talking and all? This and Pakistan. Go on spreading terror. अरे मूर्ख तुम्हारा देश ही हमारा है. होल पाकिस्तान इज आवर्स. भीख में दिया हमने तुमको जगह. हम हाथ जोड़कर बड़े भाई ने दिया, लेकर खुशी से रहो मूर्ख लोग. There can be no dushta rakshasas than this Bangladesh, this Pakistan, this Burma, this Bhutan, this Nepal, useless fellows. अखंड भारत है वो पूरा. We have given a country, left it in. आप उसको लेकर खुश हो जाओ. See that the chanda sattva of the mata, religious idiocy or whatever you call, hypocrisy or that fanaticism. He doesn't leave only traveling. Somebody में first sentence is कश्मीर को हम आजाद करेंगे. अरे मूर्ख अपने सीधा कर पहले. And this whole Jammu Kashmir, the people are of dushta type only there. They got settled there. अब कितना सफर कर रहे हैं हमारे भैया साहब. अब imagine he took a risk of going to Jammu the other day. Now tomorrow, day after 10th, he'll be in Kashmir, Srinagar. He'll have to give them all projects and all. And uncertain, जो भोग दिए comfort दिया सब enjoy करेंगे वो गधे लोग. Again, to whom they vote, we don't. But still you have to go on doing. As long as I love my nation, therefore I am supposed to love the praja, so I have to serve them. जो होगा प्रभु इच्छा. More than that, it is not in my hands. Isn't it very pity and painful to see? Those who don't have the patriotism, love for praja, serve them, they are very comfortable. उनको क्या है? बस हेरा फेरी करो, use the variety of dynastic politics, come into power, natak. Those who are insincere, they have no problem. Like those who are not interested in coming to class, no problem, relax. But you people, हर दिन टेंशन. सुबह आओ शाम को बैठो 1 घंटा 2 अच्छा करने वालों को ही प्रॉब्लम. In the same way, Chitta is like this. You have to go on struggling with full faith, it will come to our control. थोड़ा ही देखा हमने में बहुत है. ये चित्त का है दौरात्म्य. Many other things will be discussed. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तम्. ओम दासरथासित नमो ब्रह्म मंगलम राम ब्रह्म लोका. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र की जय. बोल श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास वामदेव भरद्वाज समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्य ऋषिमुनि गुरु देवता गण की जय. हेलो भाई सदगुरुदेव भगवान की जय. समस्त सब संतन की जय. नमो पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन. जानकी जीवन स्मरण. अम्बे में आदि पराशक्ति श्रुति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थाव गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. चलिए महाराज कोशिश किया है और थोड़ा पढ़ने का. कल होगा ये वाला अध्याय. Yeah, come in 3-4 minutes to study Shivananda Lahari.